Hey, Refuel, it's Pastor Ray, and I'm here with a very good friend of mine, Pastor Rick Cole from
Capital Christian
Church and School, and he has been there for a long time,
25 going on 26 years.
26 years, except for 3 weeks,
Right.
where he did something I'm not aware of any pastor, including me, ever doing, which is moved out and went and lived on the streets of Sacramento.
Yes.
Can you describe that day? I mean, you go home and take your wallet. What happens?
Yeah. Actually, it was a Sunday I started. I preached at church on Sunday morning, explained what I was going to go do, left my wallet in the office, my keys, picked up a backpack, a sleeping bag, went over to Light Rail and rode it downtown, and then started figuring out, what do people do? If you don't have anywhere to go, where do you go? Meeting homeless people on the street, and immersed myself into a world I was only familiar with by seeing the mess that's around us in the community.
No kidding. And then you get down there and you're like, oh, holy smokes, I got a shocking first, where do I sleep?
Yeah. Found a place in an alley. You go searching, and there's some places where the law enforcement will come through, and in parks they won't let you stay the night. So they'll come and sweep through and kick people out. So it was constantly trying to find out, where do they let you stay, and where you're out of sight, out of mind. We finally went down an alley, just walking the streets downtown, found an alley that had kind of a little fence that sheltered a space we could get behind it and not be seen from this alley, and just camped out there hoping nobody would find us and move us out. And it ended up being a place we stayed. I had a couple guys stay with me at night. During the day, I was completely on my own, but at night I wanted to be safe and had a couple people would stay with me at night. So it still felt sketchy, but definitely having people around you made it tolerable for sure.
Okay. And you were there for how long?
I went for 2 weeks the first time out, and had such an amazing experience. It was like 2 or 3 years later, I was thinking about what I had learned, and I felt like I was losing some of the awareness of it. And I thought, I think I want to revisit that, and I'm going to commit a week this time. Didn't have any agenda. The first time we were trying to raise some funding for homelessness. This time I don't have any agenda. I just want to make sure that I don't lose my heart for what it's like. And I took another week. This third week was removed from the first 2 by a couple of years, and refreshed the experience. And honestly, it was another awakening for me. I don't know that I'll ever do it again. Some people ask, are you going to do that again? I don't know. It's not on my bucket list. But if I feel like I need to, it's just for me. I don't feel like this is something anyone else needs to do. And maybe what I've experienced can be learned just through my expressing my experience.
Yeah. And we talked about your main learning, in this was
how precious every soul is, no matter what's going on in their life. I think I've marginalized people at times, can write people off, and all of a sudden I'm sitting with people that are very broken, very looked over, and I'm seeing in their eyes something of value. The human spirit, the spirit that God put, we are made in His image.
Yeah.
So is that person, as broken as they are. Yeah. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to feel that, sense that. And since this experience, I feel like it's helped me to view everyone, no matter, not just homeless, anyone that I bump into in my journey may not think the way I do, different ideologies, different belief systems, but they're made in the image of God. And I still feel this compassion and care for them. It's something beautiful I don't ever want to lose.
We would encourage you to get this book, read it, absorb it, and let it touch your heart. It's Incarnate, Jesus Among the Broken. And we just spent an hour going over some stuff. And what I realize is this: the number one need maybe in our world right now is for people to see people not with their labels on, which we talked about, but to see people through the eyes of Jesus.
Yeah.
And and literally to see people the way God sees them, which is every person, in home or homeless, Democrat or Republican, Dodger fan or Giants fan.
Wow.
Yes, it's a stretch. It's a stretch.
Which are you?
A Dodger fan because I'm a Christian.
Man. Okay.
Every single person matters to God and ought to matter to every Christian. So, and if you need to get a heart change on this whole thing, read this book. It'll lift you above politics to Jesus. So, Rick, thank you so much.
Thank you.